What's going on? We back at it, YouTube. I just wanted to drop another video recapping this game some more. First of all, I want to say good job by the defense once again. Um, you know, now can we stop with the audible issue between Aaron Rodgers and Coach Matt LaFleur? Are we past that now? Now, I'm pretty sure some of you people are analysts, TV people, sports media, probably had a little clicker clicking how many times Aaron Rodgers called out. He called these many audibles. Now we're going to have an audible stat. How many audibles is Aaron Rodgers calling the game from how many times he threw the ball out of bounds a game? So now we're going to have an audible stat. How many audibles is Aaron Rodgers calling the game? Can we move past that? Can we move forward? Can we move forward from that? Second of all, people were online on YouTube. This was a boring game. This was a boring game. This was worse than the Super Bowl. How was this game worse than the Super Bowl? I mean, it's not the Green Bay Packers' fault that the Chicago Bears drafted Mitchell Trubisky in the first round, thought he was going to be this all-world elite, top-tier quarterback. It's not the Packers' fault that Matt Nagy didn't come in there with a great game plan. It's not the Packers' fault that the Chicago Bears went out there and got Coach Chuck Pagano to be the defensive coordinator. Didn't the Eagles and Falcons first game of the season last year, wasn't that game sorry as fuck too? Y'all remember that game? It's a preseason. It's the first game of the season. Mitchell Trubisky and Aaron Rodgers did not participate in preseason. They just didn't. The Chicago Bears didn't play they top guys on their defense in preseason. They just didn't. Now, I will say this about the Chicago Bears. Their offensive line is not as good as it was last year. Or did the Green Bay Packers free agency moves and draft picks change the outcome of how good the Chicago Bears offensive line is? Now, you could say that same thing about the Green Bay Packers offensive line. But of course, we knew that they were going to struggle there with Khalil Mack being on the opposite side of the line, along with Hicks and the other guys they got. I can't remember all of them. But they got some talented guys on the opposite side of that line. They got some talented dudes. So the Green Bay Packers offensive line was going to struggle along with the run game. Now, I believe Matt LaFleur, well, I knew Matt LaFleur was going to try to run the ball to bring some kind of balance. But as far as we know, with the Green Bay Packers run blocking scheme, it's not all the way there, especially when you playing against that type of defensive front. You know, they're good. They're just good. They had 36 takeaways last year, fumbles and interceptions. So thank God none of the running backs fumbled the ball. But as far as run blocking, we got to get better at that. That's why I was kind of disappointed that they let go of that guard that they picked up and played the last preseason, and he had made an incredible block down the field, and then the Green Bay Packers just cut him. Maybe they wanted to do that to open up another roster spot for the inside linebacker position on the defensive side of the ball. Shout out to Blake Martinez, who played a heck of a game. I forgot to shout him out in my last video, but he played tremendously well at the linebacker position tonight. Got some sacks out there. Was running around the field on fire. I mean, the whole defense was. But of course, We playing against a team that's not highly elite on offense. So it's going to be interesting to see how this Packers defense is going to look when we're playing against elite quarterbacks. You know, when we playing against these guys that that could really throw the football around the field and got, some talented receivers. So right now, this is just the beginning of things to come. Hopefully, great things to come for this team. But there's still a bit of optimism about this offense. How long is it going to take for it to gel? How long is it going to take for the timing on the routes to be right? How long is it going to take for these guys that the Packers believe in and have high expectations from? When are they going to step up? When are they going to step up? Aaron Rodgers is playing with a young receiving core, man. I mean, the only person that's still there that's got experience with him is Devontae Adams. The rest of these dudes, man, they green. They all green. But as far as the play calling, I liked it. I liked the play calling a lot. There was still some aspects of the old Green Bay offense implemented in there. And I think the reason for that is to have the second-year guys that are there to be a little bit familiar with formations, so they know where they need to be and what routes they need to run. As far as the play clock, man, now I understand what Matt LaFleur was talking about when he said a sense of urgency on offense. I mean, I understand this is Aaron Rodgers' first look. It's the first time we get a chance to see Aaron Rodgers in his offense. Sorry about that. I'm at the airport. I know it's our first time seeing Aaron Rodgers in his offense, but at least get to the line of scrimmage on time, man, and don't look sloppy. Like, the clock is about to go down. The delay of games. I mean, we gonna have to clean that kind of shit up. That's the shit that shouldn't be happening. Delay of games. Not paying attention to the play clock. Like, that was weird to me. On both teams. But everybody going, it's just the first game of the season. Yeah, but delay a game? Like, Aaron Rodgers, you are too old to not to be paying attention to the damn play clock, bro. Especially with the way the offense is running, we cannot afford to be going backwards. Especially with this offense, this new offense. Now, it was nice to see Jimmy Graham shine in this offense for the little bit of time that he did shine. But just the overall look at the offense, it's a lot of cleaning up that they got to do. It's a lot of mess there that I seen I was just not happy with. Aaron Rodgers telling people where to go. It looked like Tony Romo. He looked like Tony Romo out there when Tony Romo was the old quarterback with a young receiving core, and he trying to tell dudes where they need to line up and where they need to be. I'm like, but I get it. It's a new offense that they had to learn, and you cannot fault the young guys from transitioning from a Mike McCarthy playbook to a Matt LaFleur playbook. Same thing for Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Aaron Rodgers been under the Mike McCarthy playbook for so long. I understand he would have some kind of struggles with trying to get this team moving in the right direction. But hopefully, the time that we do have before we play our second game of the season, that these guys get their asses in the book, man, the playbook, and prepare better. I mean, because we just got done playing the Bears defense, and Now we got to go play the Minnesota Vikings defense. So, I mean, the first 2 games, we got our work cut out for us. We got our work cut out for us. But as far as the Bears, you know, a lot of people had them winning the division. I thought I had them winning the division again. But after what I seen tonight, yeah, man, I think the Bears are going to really struggle this year, man. It just looked like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about the Bears. That defense, if Mitchell Trubisky don't start throwing the ball the right way or get better at the quarterback position in the skill set, this Bears defense might burn out. You might start seeing injuries on the Bears defensive side of the ball because you know the more snaps you play, you're more susceptible to being injured, man. You're more susceptible to being injured. So, like I said in the first video, I don't see why Tyreek Cohen wasn't getting enough touches of the ball. Like, the Bears' run game was non-existent. Somewhere Jordan Howard is just laughing his ass off right now because y'all should have just paid him. And now he over there with the Eagles, and he got a better supporting cast of running backs around him. So I don't know what to say about the Bears, man. It's going to be a long season for them if Mitchell Trubisky don't get it together, man. I mean, he did have that one game where he had like 6 touchdowns, but if that Bears defense is not turning over the ball and giving him more chances on the offensive side of the ball, I don't know what to say about this Bears team. I really don't. And to all the Bear fans that was talking all that shit about us picking up Adrian Amos in free agency, how dumb do y'all feel now? Oh, we got Clinton Dix. He way better in coverage than Amos is. Oh shit. Yeah, we seen a lot of that tonight. But just to touch up on Rashawn Gary, I think he only played a few snaps, man, or maybe just one snap. I didn't really get to see him on the field that much, but just the indication of that tells me that he has a lot to learn. He's going to be a work in progress. I think he has the right defensive coordinator to, help him get better with Mike Pettin and whoever is on the defensive coordinator's team, and the assistant defensive coaches. But the guy's athleticism is there. I just think he got to be mentally prepared. They say 90% of the game is mental, 10% of it is physical. I think he got it the wrong way. I think he's 90% physical and 10% mental. And I'm not trying to, be disrespectful at all. But I think Rashawn Gary it's mainly going to be a mental thing with him. Just like every defensive end the Packers have drafted, in the last 5 or 6 years. I mean, Nick Perry, physically, injury, mentally ain't there. Same thing with Dayton Jones, ain't mentally there. And hopefully Rashawn Gary can, break that cycle that the Packers have been going through over and over again at the position. Thank God Preston Smith is over there, man. Thank God we could use Ty Summers at defensive end if Rashawn Gary isn't mentally prepared to be out there on the crucial downs that we need him to perform on. Now, physically, man, the guy is just incredible. I mean, if you follow him on Instagram, you see the little videos he be doing with his hands moving real quick. But, he's a rookie, and rookies got to learn, and rookies have to get reps in order to get better. But all in all, great win. I would love to see the Green Bay Packers run game be a little better. I would love to see Aaron Rodgers stop throwing these weak short passes. I mean, throwing off his back foot like, dude, brother Rogers, can you stop doing that? I know you. I know you like to have your swag and your mechanics and abilities that you like to do out there, your signature passing motions and movements. But sometimes that shit is just uncalled for, man. Just get the ball to the damn running back in the back, in the flat, so he can get upfield, man. Doing all of that sidearm shit, we don't got time for that. You don't have time for that. You don't see Tom Brady doing that kind of shit. You don't see Drew Brees doing that kind of shit. Side-arming it, flicking it with your wrist. Oh, look at that trying to make everything look all finesse and pretty and shit. Like, just get the ball to the receiver or to the running back so we could get some positive yardage. You know, we started the game off, with negative 12 yards. Now, of course, that's because Aaron Rodgers didn't have any preseason reps with this new implemented offense. Plus, in the preseason, you're really not showing your hand. You're really not showing what you really gonna run once the season starts, as we seen when the season started. The plays that were ran in preseason, they weren't ran in this game. Just a quick note. It was good to see that the Packers got rid of DeShone Kizer. But if Aaron Rodgers gets hurt, we got to deal with Tim Boyle. And we know we all don't want to see that, God forbid, knock on wood. But this is just a recap of the game. Just some extra, things that I forgot to mention. Just watching this game and thinking about what transpired throughout the plays in each quarter. Holding the team to 3 points, great. That is great. But only scoring 10 points and winning a nail biter? Yeah, man. Things on offense gotta click faster, sooner than later. Things just gonna have to click sooner than later with this offense. But all in all, great divisional win. Great way to start off the season with a W. Great way to not, be in a hole. And a great way to make some noise in the NFC to let them know that we're the first ones to win this week. Actually, the whole league, to let the league put the league on notice. Hey, this defense is here. This defense can possibly win us some games, and we got the first win of the 2019 season. So with that being said, man, you already know, man, it's always gonna be green and gold till I'm gray and old, dead and cold. You already know, go Pack, go.